Right, we're into Riverbend Springs here. I'm going to jump to... In fact, I'm going to jump to this because it's probably the best way of showing you the AI worker. So, you've got two options here. You can press H, and it will start your AI worker doing their planting. And they're going to move to the point, and they're going to start working. So they're getting lined up and getting organised here. But if I press and hold H now, it brings up this menu. So there is our AI worker working the headlines. It's not skipping any lines. You can choose how many headlands you want as well. So this will slide up and down. The working width is set automatically. And we've got it starting on the internals and it will finish on the headlands. You can also skip rows as well, which is very nice. So obviously here as well we've got steering assist. We won't come to that now because we're running the AI worker. But look, work the headlands on or off. So cool. So okay that, and there we go. So it's planting away here very well, and it will finish on this and then go around the headlands. We'll maybe let this run for a little while. Now it's set up, and hopefully come back and we'll have completed the field. And what we'll do, we'll jump into another tractor and we'll try the GPS instead. So here we are, we're in the McDon here. Let's do this as well. Press and hold H again. And as you can see here, that's the AI worker option. Work the headlands on or off. Now what happens? Yeah, look, you can just do the internals. So you could do the headlands yourself, or you could let it do the headlands once it's done the up and down rows. Now the other option is steering assist, which is, this is the interesting one for me. Automatic work direction, number of headlands 1, working with it already calculates that as well. Side offset, so you can do it with offset machines as well, which is cool. Show lines on or off. So let's okay that. Let's lower this down. No lane available. Interesting. Right, so let's move. Let's start things up. Okay, so you move into the field and the lanes appear. So there we go. Now it's not switched on yet. So activate lane. We press H. And there we go. Yeah, it's found its lane. It's working. Now, I'm looking at this swath. That was something I was quite critical about earlier on. The swath looks a lot better. Really does. I'm totally impressed with that. But there we go, we're working our lane here. Now I'm interested to see what happens when you get to the end of a row. Do you have to steer? Or do you have to wait for it to move itself? Let's see when we get to the end here. This is awesome. Observations, just, you know, when you look around... The trees, there's no disappearing trees and things like that. We have got a little bit of a halo around the field. You can't see it now. If I turn around, actually, you'll be able to see it behind us. You can see that. Obviously, you can bump that up if you're on a PC as well, so you don't get that ring of death. But I understand why they do it from a graphics performance perspective. Now, we're at the end of this row. So we're done here. So now what happens? Look, it's switched it off. And it's giving us this row here along the top. So if I turn around here, look, it's activated. It's changed it to yellow now. So once you're on there, I'm just going to reverse and get this lined up. Oh, look at that as well. Can I just show you that? We've just driven over the swath. And it's crushed it. Look, I'm just going to get out. I know I'm in the middle of showing you the GPS, but it has squashed down the swath. And we've got tyre tracks over it. How about that? That is a nice touch. Okay. Let's get back in. Look, that line is currently yellow, so if I press H now, it will turn to green. We can roll into position. So that's really interesting about protecting your swaths so you don't crush them. I'm not sure if that reduces the amount of stuff that's in them, but that is cool. I do like that. That is a little bit of attention to detail that I really like. So we'll roll across here like so. Again, you get to the end. Lift. In fact, I don't even think I turned that on then, because it didn't go to green, did it? Or did it? There we go. Yellow again. We press H. There we go. It's turned to green. So I actually didn't switch it on that time, but there we go. Down we go. And off. I'm actually quite impressed with the swath. I thought it was going to be worse. I think that's the new additional kind of polygons in the game. Allow it to look a lot less kind of triangular and janky. So looking good. And there we go, we are running the headland using GPS in-game. Available for all platforms. How about that? And down in the bottom right hand corner there you can see active while you're active with it as well. So if I press H again now, yep, that switches it back off into prep mode. It says it's ready. And I can turn it back on and it removes the other lines. Now you can as well, as I proved before, if I press an old H again, you can show the lines or choose not to. So let's just turn those off now. So now, although we're on steering assisted, oh, it's switched to ready. I press H, we're active. You can see in the bottom corner there, it is running nicely as we go. Fantastic. Now interestingly, will it go round this corner at the end? I think it's designed to the edge of the field. Let me press and hold H again to check my course. So look, the course does go round on an arc there. So let's just keep going here and see what happens. Let's just keep going and see what happens. In fact, I'm going to turn the lines back on so I can see what's happening. We'll OK that. So yeah, look, it starts to curve round there. So if I press H, yeah, there it goes. It was just about to do it. I just was a bit too impatient, thinking it was not going to overlap. But how about that? And it comes to the end of its line here. So that GPS is almost like got a headland management element to it as well, which is so cool. So cool. I'm glad I'm spending a bit of time on this because this is new. This wasn't available in the earlier preview build. So let's drop this down and let's turn it back on. So H again, and we roll forward. I'm on keyboard and mouse, not used to it. Missed my steering wheel already, but there we go. That is a brilliant addition to the game. It's super easy to use, super slick. I like it a lot. So we'll leave that running, I think, and we'll jump back to our little planter now, or our rice planter, and see how that's going. So here we are, back with our rice planter. It's just been left to do its own thing. It looks like it's doing the headlands now. Our first time to see the water effects as well. Also, you can see the mud under the field there. Look at the reflections on that. How nice is that? Do enjoy that. And it is just doing its headlands here, as we were expecting, or as we instructed it to do. Also, the direction change of the planting rows is nice as well. So you can actually see you've got almost like a row crop type approach to it here, which is fantastic. Loving that. So there you go. We've got a really good view now of not just how the AI workers, the helpers work, but also how the GPS works. And those menus, Kermit told me those two menus that you've seen where we pull them up, press an old H. So these menus is the first time that we've seen these. They weren't in any of the previous builds. So again, I love the fact that you can select a different number of headlands. You can show the lines on and off. It automatically calculates your width, but then you can adjust it yourself as well. And then obviously with the AI worker, so remember this is the one we're using at the moment. This is the fully automated one, and steering assist is your GPS element. But this option to choose to work the headlands is brilliant. The fact you can skip rows as well, I think is fantastic. And the fact you can choose the number of headlands you want, so good. So there we go. We're just about to finish this rice field. But I think one of the big takeaways from here is the row crop element, that it's working out where to do its end rows. And it looks different. It looks more authentic. It's so good. So there you go. As that runs down to the end there and turns around, that is your AI workers, your GPS and your AI workers in the field doing their thing. Fantastic.